I hope we are in better spirits.
I am.
Okay, good. And we're not going to allow each other to press each other's buttons, right?
Correct.
We'll
Okay,
see what she
ready.
does.
Okay, so we took the DNA testing, had all that done. Did you all have any problems with that?
No, none at all.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fine.
Okay, have the two of you had an opportunity to speak at all?
We've
No
spoken.
way. No.
Lies.
All right. Okay. We spoke for 30 seconds. That doesn't count. I didn't want to talk to you. You came up to me. I tried to end the conversation as quick as possible.
Your Honor, permission to speak?
Yes, ma'am.
That is not true. He called me and he asked me, he said, look, I don't know which way this paternity test is gonna go, but if you'll just let me put it on you one more time, we can smooth all of this out, blah, 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 all of that crap.
Oh, so that's a lot in 30 seconds.
Really?
No. That's not what I said, but
When he lies, he puts his hand up like that on his cheek.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's a lie pose.
And you
Exhausting,
found
Your
all that out in 72 hours?
I did.
Interesting. Okay. So
you see how aggressive she is about this? This
I'm
is
just excited.
She doesn't need help for her daughter.
Just
This is
come on
about
with the
revenge.
results,
This
please.
is clearly about getting back at me and punishing me for not, I don't know, staying with her forever. I don't know.
Results, please.
but it's been 9 years.
I know it's been, it's odd timing, isn't it? Right when I have a fiance and have a son, that's when she chooses to do this? Isn't that kind of odd timing here, Your Honor?
I mean, the timing does seem a little interesting.
I just came to the realization that, hey, I can do it alone, but I don't have to do it alone. If he's taking care of his other son and his fiance, that's fine. I don't need him to take care of me or my daughter, but it would be the right thing to do. And that's what he's going to do.
And
If
you're-
he's the father.
He's the father.
Okay. And you're sure of that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. All right. All right. Well, I mean, bailiff, we have those results.
Got your cashier's check. Because I don't want a
That's
personal
not
check.
nice.
Well, I'm just saying.
You can't say that to him yet, though.
Okay.
We
All
don't
right.
know if he's even going to be the father to pay child support.
I know.
But if you are indeed the father, I wouldn't recommend you make a payment today because the order would just be being signed today.
Is there an appeal process even if I am the father?
What would you be appealing exactly?
I don't think that based on the way she's been treating me and based on her selective choice of when to bring this issue up in order to, harm my relationship with my family, I consider that a form of harassment. And I feel like I should be able to file maybe a restraining order, and that would prevent me from, if I had a restraining order against her, that would prevent me obviously from having to pay for her child support, wouldn't it?
What is that, a restraint?
No, that's not how any of that works. That was really creative, though, but that's not how any
Wasn't
of
it
that
cute?
works. So let me go ahead and tell you what the results say.
All right.
Let's get it over with.
All
We need a drum
right.
roll.
All right. It looks like baby McKinney, because we can't say a child's name.
Right.
There is no probability he can be the father.
What did they say?
You hear that?
What'd you say, Your Honor?
You
Remember-
laughed at that.
Remember
No,
when
I didn't hear.
Oh, let me say it a
I'm
little
the
louder.
only white person she's been with. Remember,
There is
remember that?
no probability that he is the father.
Okay, so first of all, no disrespect to you, but the letter looks a little sketchy.
Okay.
It wasn't in a
It's got
legal
writing on
size
it.
envelope.
That's why it's sketchy.
So, and I don't trust him because his uncle is an attorney, okay? And his
Okay.
uncle can do
What does
all
that have to do
types
with
of
anything?
stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So I don't even trust that.
Wait a minute. I believe at the beginning, I asked you all how the test went.
I mean,
And
the
you
test-
said, wait a minute, hold on. You said everything went good, right?
And it did.
And it
That's what she
did,
said.
and it was fair that day, right?
Yes.
They swabbed her mouth correctly.
The person appeared to be wearing PPE and the person appeared to work, for that service. And the test itself went well, but behind the scenes, Your Honor.
And it
a lot
appears
goes
that
on.
these results are directly from the testing place. And he's not the father.
He is the father. Let me tell you why. Let me tell you why, Your
Let
Honor.
me tell you not. No, he's not.
He's the father.
He's not. So you're going to
You're lost.
going to argue with DNA testing.
Your Honor, he is the father. 72 hours. He has
He
a tattoo
is not
on
the
his private
father.
parts. He was the only
is
one
not
there. I
the
know
father. He is not the father.
Show
How
me a
many times
tattoo.
do I have to say that? No, I don't want to see a tattoo. All I want to see was these numbers. to see what the probability was going to look like of him being the father. He is not the father. Now,
That was way too much, by the way.
You have a tattoo.
Excuse me. You know what? I don't even see why you all need to be having a conversation right now.
I agree.
Can we
you
do a
are not the
retest?
father, which means that you will not be placed on any type of child support or anything today. Now, you, Miss McKinney, you do have the right to petition someone else who you may think is the father.
There is no one else, Your Honor. It was him. He has a tattoo on his private part. I was with him and the tattoo for 72 hours. I know what I felt. I know what I saw. Okay, it was him.
Well, there is a probability of something else, though.
Okay.
You were probably with somebody else, too, within that previous 72 hours.
Oh, Your Honor, you tried it.
There's no shade, just facts.
It's very possible. It's
So,
very likely.
How is it possible?
Because there were like 6 or 7, 8 hours stretches during that time where I didn't see you or know where you were. I don't know what you were doing. You know what? Maybe I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. Maybe you don't even remember this other guy. It's possible with the rate you were going in those days. So I'm willing to grant you that you may not have been lying.
Man.
You may
Okay.
not have been lying about thinking that I was the only white guy you were with.
Well, just answer my question. Do you have a tattoo on your private part?
I have a birthmark that kind of looks like a bird. Maybe
No,
that's
it
what you
says
thought.
Mississippi long. Do you have that tattoo?
Okay,
No.
well, you know what? This is what we're
Never
about
been
to
to
do.
Mississippi.
This is what we're about to do. At this rate, we're not getting anywhere. I've already said what the results were, which means I'm dismissing this case. You are more than welcome to bring another case. And if his account is true that you don't remember, you can bring another case after that. But the court is here to assist you. So if there are no more questions and nothing further, which it shouldn't be, you all are dismissed.
Hell no, it shouldn't be.
Whatever. You got a tattoo.
I don't have any of my paperwork with me, but basically I need to get child support. I don't have a job right now. Elle's working, but now that we're separated, I recently filed for divorce, so I can't support the kids when they're over at our place. And honestly, it'd be great if I could get a little bit of child support to take care of the kids.
So let me get this straight. You guys are married. You filed for divorce.
Yes, ma'am.
And you're seeking child support from her.
Yes, that's correct, Your Judge.
Who does these children live with?
The kids live with me, Your Honor.
They're also at my place on the weekdays.
On weekends. They come see you on weekends, okay?
Weekends.
Okay. Weekends. So you're a non-custodial parent.
No, Your Judge.
Excuse me?
I said, no, Your Judge.
No, you're a non-custodial parent, which means that she should receive the child support benefit, not you.
See, I'm honestly new to this whole thing. I'm not sure how it's supposed to work. I just know that, I'm currently, if I don't have a job right now, I can't take care of the kids when they come over. I mean, I can barely
Wait
afford.
a minute, wait a minute.
I can barely afford to keep myself in an apartment.
You have common sense though, right?
I'd like to think my mama gave me common sense. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so then you should understand that if the children are living with her, and just because you're unemployed, that doesn't mean that you shouldn't be paying her child support
But-
if the children live with her.
Yes.
Your Judge, how am I supposed to pay? Like, how am I supposed to take care of the kids? If
You're
Get a
supposed
job.
to get a job. Exactly. Get a job. Everyone has to work. Why do you think you're so special and that doesn't apply to you?
I can't really find a job in my career because
What kind of career do you do?
I'm
And
a-
make this good.
I'm a mechanic, but it's hard to do
Wait
what
a
I do.
minute. You cannot find a job as a mechanic?
Yes, Your Judge.
What type of mechanic are you?
I work on mechanical bulls. It's not very easy for me to get work because right now there's just not a lot of bulls needed in the wintertime. It just doesn't happen.
Okay.
So right now
but you can
I
find
had
something else, right?
That's what I keep telling him, but he's very picky about the job.
well, and I
Your
have to
Honor.
I have to explain to her all the time that all mechanical items aren't the same. All right, like I can't just work on a car because I wasn't trained that way. I went to school. Like I don't have the
Oh,
opportunity.
it's getting better. You went to school, so you have a skill set, right?
Yes, ma'am. I went.
So you can use it for something other than mechanical bulls.
Yes, like
correct?
supporting your kids.
Is that right? It's a yes or no. I don't need all the extra.
Yes, I went to school, but no, it doesn't apply.
You know what?
It doesn't.
You obviously came here to waste my time.
No, ma'am, I didn't. I just want to take care of my
Obviously you
kids,
did.
and
Well,
I can't do that if I don't make
You
money.
take care of your kids? You're going to go get another job. And even if you don't get another job, what's going to happen today, you're going to be ordered to pay her child support. And it looks like you just stopped working in July.
Yes, I did. I did quit in July right before I filed for divorce.
You quit in July right before you filed for divorce because you felt like you wouldn't have to pay child support. You really thought that she was going to pay it to you.
Maybe I'll throw myself on the mercy of the floor of the court here, honestly, because I thought that when you are separated from a loved one and you have kids, you're supposed to pay child support. That's what I was told. My daddy paid child support. I know how it works.
Oh,
I'm just saying.
obviously you don't.
I thought she would pay because I mean, like, how much? If
Okay,
if kids are gonna be with me, I can't
think
feed them goldfish.
that
I can't pay
Texas
for.
Workforce Commission correctly reported your numbers of what you made from January through July. So that's where we're going to base your child support off of. According to that, you made $45,600 within those months. How many children do you all have?
We have two children.
Okay, how old are these children?
They are 12 and 6.
12 and 6, okay. And who covers health insurance?
I do, Your Honor.
How much is it?
$167 a month.
Okay, so this is what we're going to do. I have from that $45,600, I have your gross at $3,800. Excuse me, what's going on here? I'm making my ruling, and you are speaking to someone else that is not a party to this case. Who is that?
Just a friend trying to help me out.
Okay, well, obviously, sir, you going to come up here and help him pay child support?
Wait,
Okay, thanks.
You're
If
judging.
you're
Am I
not,
paying
I
child
need you-
support? I
I
can't
need you
afford.
to stay back
If I'm
here.
asking for child support, how can I pay it?
How? After you listen to me, and I tell you what the amount is. So your gross is $3,800, which brings your net to $3,112.11. Yes, grab a Snickers because you're going to be here a minute. Health insurance reimbursement to mom is $167. So based on that, I have your total child support monthly obligation of $945.03. That's to be paid every month.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. Do you understand?
No, I don't understand because I thought I came in here to receive money, ma'am.
Well, you thought wrong, and I just gave you my ruling. So any other questions?
I have no questions. I'm good with this.
Okay. All right. If there's nothing further, did you have something else?
He always has something else.
Okay.
if you know of anybody hiring, I would love a job.
Okay. Well, I think there's a bar that has a mechanical bull. You can go see if they need something done with the bull over there, okay?
Thank you, Judge.
If there's nothing further, you all are dismissed.
Honestly, Your Honor, I don't even know why I'm here. She wants an increase in child support, and I've been keeping our son for the past 3 years.
All right. So that's why you're here.
I guess.
Yeah.
I guess, Your Honor.
You've been keeping your son for the past 3 years. Are you paying child support or are you paying child support?
I'm paying child support.
Okay, so that's why you're here. You're trying to get off child support.
She wants an increase.
He live with you. Okay, I'll ask her to make sense of that for me. But for now, how does your son?
10.
10 years old, lives with you. You take care of his expenses and everything like that?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, Your Honor.
Health insurance?
Yes, Your Honor.
You mind if I move over to her really
please.
quick? Because I need to make sense of why she filed this in court asking for an increase.
Well, I mean, I do buy things for my son, and it's expensive. And
All right, so does other parents. They buy things for their children,
Yes.
and it is expensive.
yes,
So why are you here?
well, I have a business to run, and I need his help in order to buy these things for our son.
Wait a minute. Your son lives with him
Yes, now he does. Yes.
now, as in 3 years ago?
3 years.
That's not now. No, it's not. 3 years he's been living with him.
Yes.
So you want an increase in child support
Yes.
to do what exactly?
To help my son, to buy things for my son.
Right. You work, right?
Yes.
Where do you work?
I have my own business. I'm a caterer.
Caterer. How much are you making in your catering business?
About 400,000.
400 what? You came here to waste my time.
I make 40,000 a year, Your Honor.
You came here to get an increase in child support so that you can pay for your catering business.
No.
So why are you here?
Just for my son, of course.
Right, but you're maybe you're missing it. It's going like this,
Well, he
going
wants
over
to
your
stop
head.
paying the child support, and I don't think that he should stop paying. I think he
He
should pay more.
should stop paying if the child has been living with him for the past 3 years under your
Child
original
support.
under your original
support
court
child.
order. Mr. Eugene, give me a second. Under your original court order, you were the person that the child was living with,
Yes.
not him.
Yes.
So that means you voluntarily relinquished conservatorship over to dad.
Yes.
Right. So dad should be the person receiving child support from you.
From me.
That's what I said. That doesn't sound right to you?
No, ma'am.
Why doesn't that sound right? Because you're the mom.
Yes. And I have to buy things for my son, and I can't do it alone.
He buys things for your son.
Well, I need to do that too.
You make $400,000 a year, ma'am.
Well, I have employees and things to pay. I mean, you know.
Okay.
I don't think that he should stop paying the child support.
What do you think he should do?
Pay me more.
Pay you more
Yes.
while your son lives with him?
Well, I still see my son.
Okay, yeah, but
Like maybe once a month, Your Honor. Maybe.
Oh, I see him more often than that.
Maybe.
No.
Maybe once a month.
I see him more often than that.
what's more often than that?
Well, once a week, maybe. I mean, when I have my business all day, and then I do extra catering in the evenings, and so I'm just really busy.
Mm-hmm.
But when I'm not, then I do go visit with my son. Not
How-
once a month.
Once a month.
No.
Maybe.
How many other children do you have that are under the age of 18?
I don't have any other children.
Okay. Keep talking, I'm listening. I'm just taking down some notes.
I've said my piece. I want an increase in the child support.
Who pays health insurance?
I do. Your
How
Honor.
much is it?
200.
Is that for your son only, or that includes you?
That's just my son.
Okay.
I think what this started from is she may be a little upset. I'm dating her sister.
Why didn't you lead with that?
Yeah.
I don't know. I probably should have led with that, Your Honor. But
You probably should have.
yeah, I think it's some resentment going on.
You think?
Maybe. Could be. I
There are
guess.
plenty of women in the world. You didn't have to go for my sister.
I mean, that is kind of outside the scope of why we're here, but she does raise a good
I
point.
mean, she.
You see why she's upset.
I'm a music teacher. Like she plays the clarinet
Oh, okay.
really well.
So y'all been hitting notes together.
Yeah, exactly. you
Oh,
know, so
okay.
How long have y'all been hitting notes together? That's the question.
For
Or,
that's
yeah,
that's
a
not to be
long
discussed
time.
today. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
40,000,
You brought it up.
400,000. Okay.
You brought it up.
Well, I mean.
Well, nobody would be paying child support because we'd still be together if you weren't with my sister.
Okay. Look. You know what it is. Okay. You know
Yeah,
what
you
it
know
is.
what it is.
And
I think everybody in here knows what it is.
so that's all I'm saying.
Mr.
It didn't work out, Your Honor.
Yeah, Mr.
She-
Eugene,
she-
I understand why she a little sour though.
Some things just
Her
happen.
sister?
Things just happen. You
Y'all
wasn't there.
just didn't happen.
You wasn't there.
Mr.
I was trying
Eugene,
to
Mr.
build my
Eugene.
business up
Excuse me,
for
ma'am.
us.
Excuse me, Mr. I do understand her frustration. Mr. Eugene, y'all just did not, by coincidence, fall on those notes, okay? That's not what happened.
I mean,
That's not what happened. Music did not lead you two together. That is wrong.
it kind of did. It was kind of like fate. I teach music. She plays the clarinet. You wasn't
Okay.
there.
I was working,
Okay.
trying to give us a nice life.
Okay. on why am I supporting the child for 3 years?
Because I had the child in the first place. You're the one that took him, and then
You know, I'm going to go ahead and make my ruling because I see this is a little deeper, well, a lot deeper than just child support. And
It ain't deep, y'all.
no, it is deep.
yeah.
It is
You're getting
definitely
wrong.
deep. So this is what we're going to do. We are going to stop Dad's child support, okay? His child support should stop. You voluntarily relinquish the child to him, okay? So that means the rights that you had in terms of the child living with you primarily, you gave that up 3 years ago. So it's only fair that Dad stop paying child support. I'm
only
going to
fair.
deny your request for an increase, okay? Dad did make a request to put you on child support. So you will start paying child support today. With your income, you're capped, right? In Texas,
so I'm
we
gonna
have
be
a cap.
paying him money
Yes,
while he's over there with my sister.
pretty much, yes.
And our son. Our son.
Okay, Mr.
need
Eugene,
to stop.
Mr. Eugene, that's not cute. Stop that. You do not have to take the knife and turn it. It's already
am his
bad enough,
mother,
okay?
not
Don't do
her.
that.
Then
Don't
be
do
there.
that.
I'm trying to be there.
Okay, as I was saying, he made the request for you to pay child support. In Texas, you're capped at $9,200 for your net resources. So your monthly child support obligation, giving you credit for the one, well, not credit, you have one child. So it's based on 20% of your income. That is going to bring your child support obligation to $1,840. Now, he also testified that he pays health insurance for your son. If you can get private health insurance, you do not have to reimburse him. But until that happens, you're going to be reimbursing him that $200. That brings your monthly obligation to $2,040 a month.
That's more than he was paying me.
He makes $40,000 a year, and as you can see, he likes music, okay? So,
He likes people that play music.
right, he likes all of that.
Just one.
So we're just
her.
going to
Okay.
move forward, and then that's what your child support amount is going to be to him, okay?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, do you have any other questions?
No, ma'am.
All right, do you have any other questions, sir?
No, thank you, Your Honor, for serving justice today.
You're very welcome, although I must say, I can't believe you did that.
I'm sorry.
Smile like he's proud of it.
I'm not proud. She plays the clarinet with it really
You
well.
stop with the clarinet. I
All
don't care
right,
about the
well,
clarinet.
you know what? I don't want to hear any more music. Mrs. Henry, excuse me, you brought this case before the court.
Yes,
What's
ma'am.
going on?
Well, I'm bringing my husband, hopefully ex-husband soon, for child support. He roughly pays about $1,000 a month, and I feel he should be paying more because he makes more. He makes more than I do.
Okay, but he's not under a court order, right?
No, ma'am. He just gives.
So
me-
he voluntarily gives you $1,000 a month for child support.
Yes, and exactly voluntarily gives me money. Every
But
now
that's
and
a
then.
good thing, right?
Every now and then he gives me money, and most time I'm begging for him to give me money.
Still get it?
So what's going on? Like, fill me in. How did we get here today?
We're here today because I know he's a truck driver. He's over the road all the time. But like I
Okay.
said, I need more money for my children. They're in activities, private school. I just need more money. And I'm not jealous of him or anything like that. That's what he said before, but I'm not.
You said they're in activities and they go to private school, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Isn't it fair to assume that the $1,000 is covering that?
No, it's not. You
So
can
who
laugh.
needs the money, the kids or you?
Well, of course, I have to look good too, but I don't spend that money on myself. I spend it on
She
my
spend
children.
all of it
no,
on
I
herself,
do
Your
not. No, I do not. No, I do not. You don't have proof of that.
Your Honor, I currently.
You don't have proof of that.
I currently.
Give me-
You do
give
not
me-
have proof of that?
Excuse me. Okay. As best you can, try not to interject until I'm done speaking with her, and I promise I will come over to you.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, because I was talking.
I was talking to him. I did not need you to echo me.
Yes,
okay?
ma'am.
All right. Now you answer my questions.
Yes, ma'am.
Wouldn't it be fair to say that with the tuition as well as the children's expenses, that $1,000 is covering that?
It's not.
How much is the tuition?
Tuition is, we have 2 children.
Okay.
And tuition is it's about $500 a piece. That's $1,000 right there, and I still need more money. because they need clothes. I need to feed them.
Does he give you any money in regards to extra, like for the extracurricular activities or anything like
I'm
that?
trying to get extra. He won't give me that. No, he does not give me extra.
What is the visitation schedule between the two of you?
He has the kids Sunday through Wednesday.
That's split.
He's still.
So let me just make sure I got this straight. He's voluntarily giving you $1,000 a month for child support, correct?
That's correct.
He has the children, you said Sunday through Wednesday,
Yes,
which means you have them Wednesday through Sunday.
that's correct.
Who pays health insurance?
I do, Your Honor.
How much is health insurance?
Talking.
It's roughly $309 a month. She asked me a question.
But she's
All
still
right.
talking to me though.
Okay, I did ask him a question.
Okay.
So everything that I just repeated back to you is accurate, right?
He has money. He's spending on other
That
women.
wasn't my question. Everything that I just repeated back to you is accurate, right?
Pretty much.
So I'm confused as to why you're here. Are you trying to put him on you?
I want to
won't-
put. Yes, I want to put him on.
You
child
want to
support.
put him on child support
Yes,
for
ma'am.
the $1,000, or are you trying to put him on child support for something more?
Something more. Yes.
Okay, let me move over to, well, before I move over to him, what do you do for a living?
I'm a teacher.
All right, how much money you make?
I make about 60,000.
All right, do you have access to private health insurance for the children?
Yes, I do, but I'm a teacher. I don't have that extra. That's why the father should help out with that.
He does, he pays health insurance.
Yes.
He just said he pays $309.
Yes.
So you can't say he needs to help out with that because he's already doing
Okay,
it.
you're right, Your Honor. Okay.
Okay, all right. Now, sir, what do you do for a living?
I'm a truck driver.
Truck driver. How much money do you make?
I make roughly maybe 82 a year.
All right.
Okay.
Now, help me make sense of this. You give her $1,000 a month for the children. You pay health insurance. You all have a split schedule.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm missing something. Like, what is the issue? Why are we here? Because I would think that you bring someone to child support court if they're not doing something. I do understand making it legal, putting it in a document, but you're asking for more money. So I'm trying to get the disconnect here.
So
like
what
I said,
it
he
is,
has
Your
other
Honor,
women he's spending money on.
she never lets me talk. So
Okay, I'm gonna let you talk.
Exactly.
Okay.
what it is, Your Honor, she's she didn't mention this, but she's engaged,
Wow.
and she just found out that I'm recently dating. So now she's mad at me.
Oh, I'm mad.
There
I'm
goes
mad.
the
Very mad.
I'm
conflict.
not mad. I'm not mad.
There goes the conflict.
I'm
Now,
not
I
mad.
asked what was the disconnect here. It was something missing. So you brought him to court because he has a new girlfriend
No, ma'am. I'm not
That's
mad
exactly
about
why,
him.
Your Honor.
and you're engaged.
Yes, ma'am.
He's still gonna want to marry you after he see what you're doing to this man.
He's on my side about this.
Of course he is.
So he agrees that he should be paying more than
Yes.
$1,000 a month
Yes, 'cause
in
like
child
I said,
support.
he has other women that he's pretty much
What does
tricking
his
money
other
on.
women have to do with anything?
he's spending a lot
Quite
of money.
frankly, you shouldn't care. You have a whole nother man that you should be worried about, and you over
understand
here
that.
all in his business.
I'm not trying to be.
And
in
he
his
doesn't
business.
even
You
work
are
there.
trying to be in his business
You-
because you have mentioned it twice that he has other women. His
Yes.
other women has nothing to do with this
It-
case.
it
So
really
you can
does,
pipe
Your Honor.
down
It really
and stop
does.
bringing that up. It has nothing to do with
Okay.
it. Well, let
It
me
really
say it
does.
like this. It is not going to have an impact on my decision today.
Wow. Okay.
Okay? Thank you. Now, so you have a new girlfriend and she's in her feelings about it. Okay?
She always try to come by to see if she's there. If she seals out, she always try to come make a hostile environment.
Did your fiance come to court today?
No, he didn't.
Oh, well, I'm glad. Because if
'Cause
what
I'm-
he's saying is true, that's not a good look.
I am not jealous. I'm not hating. I'm not coming by the house or anything looking for him.
Okay.
So again, the disconnect
Just
is
stop spending that money on those other women and your
I
children.
need you to stop interrupting me
Yes, ma'am.
because you have not done anything to prove to me yet that this man needs to pay you even the $1,000.
Okay.
You said the children are in private school. It's $1,000 for private school.
Yes.
Okay.
And that's the whole child support, that I need more money to take care of them.
But you're a
You're
teacher.
taking care of yourself.
What?
You're not taking care of them.
You don't know that.
I do.
Miss
you don't.
Henry. Miss Henry.
Yes,
You
ma'am.
obviously came here to waste my time.
No,
okay?
no, Your Honor.
Yes, you did.
No.
Yes, you
No.
did. You are asking for more money, and he's giving just that. He's giving $1,000. He's covering the kids' tuition.
So what about clothing?
Y'all have a split schedule.
I
He
buy
needs
them.
to
I got
maintain
clothes at my house
clothing.
too.
Excuse me, Mr.
Please, you
Henry.
bring the
Excuse me.
kids
Give me a
back
minute.
home and they
Give me a
look
minute.
just-
Here's the reality of it. You all have a split schedule. You need to be providing clothing and everything for your home. You need to be providing clothing and everything for your home. This is what I'm going to do. I'm not going to order anybody to pay child support. What I'm going to do is that you testified to this. You said tuition was $1,000.
Yes.
$500 per child. So you know what? You're going to pay $500,
Wow.
and he's going to pay
Judge.
$500 directly to the school.
That's not.
That
you
is
make
right.
more money than I do, and you hadn't.
And you're going to keep maintaining the health insurance, okay? Now,
Thank
if you decide to get private health insurance on your own through your employer, you're obviously, you know, you can do that. The children can be double insured. But
True.
I'm not going to have him pay more than $1,000 or even continue paying
Honor.
$1,000 when, based on both of your testimony, you have a split schedule. That's what's in the best interest of the children, and that's what's fair.
fair.
That is fair.
That's not fair.
Well, it is fair today. Did you have anything else?
You got it. You got it.
It's always about me, right?
It is.
I asked
It
you a
is.
question. Did you have anything further for today?
No, I don't.
Okay, Mr.
Just
Henry,
when
did
you
you
bring
have?
the kids back home, make sure they're dressed properly, please.
I bring them back with what they came
Oh,
with.
what? Okay.
Okay, well, Mr. Henry, is there anything further?
That's it, Your Honor.
If there is nothing further, you all are dismissed. Eugene, you brought this case before the court. What's going on?
Honestly, Your Honor, I don't even know why I'm here. She wants an increase in child support, and I've been keeping our son for the past 3 years,
All right, so that's why you're here.
I guess.
You've been keeping your son for the past 3 years. Are you paying child support or are you paying child support?
I'm paying child support.
So that's why you're here. You're trying to get off child support.
She wants an increase.
He lived with you. I'll ask her to make sense of that for me. But for now, how old is your son?
10?
10 years old, lives with you. You take care of his expenses and everything like that.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, Your Honor.
Health insurance.
Yes, Your Honor.
You mind if I move over to her
Please,
really
please.
quick? Because I need to make sense of why she filed this in court asking for an increase.
Well, I mean, I do buy things for my son, and it's expensive, and
All right, so does other parents. They buy things for their children,
Yes.
and it is expensive.
yes.
So why are you here?
Well, I have a business to run, and I need his help in order to buy these things for our son.
Wait a minute. Your son lives with him
Yes, now he does, yes.
now, as in 3 years ago?
3 years.
That's not now. No, it's not. 3 years he's been living with him.
Yes.
So you want an increase in child support
Yes.
to do what exactly?
To help my son, to buy things for my son.
Right. You work, right?
Yes.
Where do you work?
I have my own business. I'm a caterer.
Caterer. How much are you making in your catering business?
About 400,000.
400 what? You came here to waste my time.
I make $40,000 a year, Your Honor.
You came here to get an increase in child support so that you can pay for your catering business.
No,
So why are you here?
just for my son, of course.
Right, but you're maybe you're missing it. It's going like this,
Well, he
going
wants
over
to
your
stop
head.
paying the child support, and I don't think that he should stop paying. I think he
He
should pay more.
should stop paying if the child has been living with him for the past 3 years. Under your original
support
court
that.
order, Mr. Eugene, give me a second. Under your original court order, you were the person that the child was living with,
Yes.
not him.
Yes.
So that means you voluntarily relinquished conservatorship over to dad.
Yes.
Right. So Dad should be the person receiving child support from you.
From me.
That's what I said. That doesn't sound right to you?
No, ma'am.
Why doesn't that sound right? Because you're the mom.
Yes. And I have to buy things for my son, and I can't do it alone.
He buys things for your son.
Well, I need to do that too.
You make $400,000 a year, ma'am.
Well, I have employees and things to pay. I mean, you know.
Okay.
I don't think that he should stop paying the child support.
What do you think he should do?
Pay me more.
Pay you more
Yes.
while your son lives with him?
Well, I still see my son.
But
Maybe once a month. Maybe.
Oh, I see him more often than that. No.
Maybe once a month.
I see him more often than that.
what's more often than that?
Well, once a week, maybe. When I have my business all day, and then I do extra catering in the evenings, and so I'm just really busy.
Mm-hmm.
But when I'm not, then I do go visit with my son. No,
How many other children do you have that are under the age of 18?
I don't have any other children.
Okay. Keep talking, I'm listening. I'm just taking down some notes.
I've said my piece. I wanted an increase in the child support.
Who pays health insurance?
I do.
How much is it?
I do.
How much is it?
200.
Is that for your son only, or that includes you?
That's just my son. I think what this started from is she may be a little upset. I'm dating her sister.
Why didn't you lead with that?
I don't know. I probably should have left with that, but
You probably should have.
I think it's some resentment going on.
You think?
Maybe. Could be. I
There
guess.
are plenty of women in the world. You didn't have to go for my sister.
That is kind of outside the scope of why we're here, but she does raise a good point.
mean,
You see why she's upset.
I'm a music teacher. She plays the clarinet
Oh, okay.
really well.
So y'all been hitting notes together.
Yeah, exactly. you
Oh,
know, so
okay.
How long have y'all been hitting notes together?
Oh.
That's the question.
For
Or,
that's
yeah,
that's
a
not to
long
be discussed
time.
today.
You brought it up.
Well, I
Well,
mean,
nobody would be paying child support because we'd still be together if you weren't with my sister.
okay, look. You know
Yeah,
what
you
it
know
is.
what it is.
And
I think everybody in here knows what it is.
so that's all I'm saying.
Mr.
It didn't work out, Your Honor.
Mr.
She-
Eugene,
she-
I understand why she a little sour though.
Some things just
Her
happen.
sister?
Things just happen. You
Y'all
wasn't there.
just didn't happen.
You wasn't there.
Mr.
Build my
Eugene,
business.
ma'am, excuse me, Mr. I do understand her frustration. Mr. Eugene, y'all just did not, by coincidence, fall on those notes. That's not what happened.
Yeah,
That's not what happened. Music did not lead you two together. That is wrong.
kind of did. It was like fate. I teach music. She plays the clarinet.
I was working, trying to give us a nice life.
Why am I supporting the child for 3 years?
Because I had the child in the first place. You're the one that took him, and then
I'm going to go ahead and make my ruling because I see this is a little deeper, well, a lot deeper than just child support. And
It ain't deep.
it is definitely
wrong.
deep. So this is what we're going to do. We are going to stop Dad's child support. His child support should stop. You voluntarily relinquish the child to him. So that means the rights that you had in terms of the child living with you primarily, you gave that up 3 years ago. So it's only fair that Dad stop paying child support. I'm
only
going
fair.
to deny your request for an increase. Dad did make a request to put you on child support. So you will start paying child support today. With your income, you're capped, right? In Texas,
so I'm
we
gonna
have
be
a cap.
paying him money
Yes,
while he's over there with my sister.
pretty much, yes.
And our son. Our son.
Okay, Mr.
need
Eugene,
to stop.
Mr. Eugene, that's not cute. Stop that. You do not have to take the knife and turn it. It's already
am his
bad enough.
mother.
Don't
Be
do
there.
that.
I'm trying to be there.
As I was saying, he made the request for you to pay child support. In Texas, you're capped at $9,200 for your net resources. So your monthly child support obligation, giving you credit for the one, well, not credit, you have one child. So it's based on 20% of your income. That is going to bring your child support obligation to $1,840. Now, he also testified that he pays health insurance for your son. If you can get private health insurance, you do not have to reimburse him. But until that happens, you're going to be reimbursing him that $200. That brings your monthly obligation to $2,040 a month.
That's more than he was paying me.
He makes $40,000 a year. And as you can see he likes music, okay? So
He likes people who play music.
right, he likes all of that.
Just one.
So we're just
her.
going to
Okay.
move forward, and then that's what your child support amount is going to be to him. Do you have any other questions?
No, ma'am.
All right, do you have any other questions, sir?
No, thank you, Your Honor, for serving justice.
You're very welcome. Although I must say, I can't believe you did that.
I'm sorry.
Smile like he's proud of it.
I'm not proud. She plays the clarinet with it really well.
Stop with the clarinet. I
All
don't care
right,
about the
well,
clarinet.
you know what? I don't want to hear any more music today. You both are dismissed. Let's see. Miss Laura,
Yes, ma'am.
you brought this case before the court. What's going on?
I'm trying to get my baby back. I have 2 babies, and I just had another baby with my boy. He's not my boyfriend anymore, but he hit my first baby, so Houston got to take him, and I want him back because I'm not with that boyfriend anymore.
So Houston took the baby or you lost the baby?
Either way, Houston has the baby, and I want it back.
No, it's not either way. It's you lost the baby. So did somebody intervene and take the baby away from you and
Yes,
give the baby?
ma'am. They took the baby and gave him to Houston. I want him back.
And you have a new baby with your,
Not ex-boyfriend.
so you guys are no longer together.
Correct, ma'am.
How old is this new baby?
How old's the new baby?
Yes.
8 months.
And you're done with him after 8 months?
Yes, ma'am. I was done with him 10 months ago. The baby's 8 months.
Oh, so before the baby was born?
Yes, ma'am.
Did he come to the birth of the child?
No, I didn't want him around.
Oh, all right. So you now want to get custody back from him?
Yes, ma'am. From
Okay.
Houston.
Who does the baby live with?
Me?
The baby? No, my baby lives with me.
No, not your child. How many children do you all have between you?
Just one.
Just one. And the child lives with him,
Yes, ma'am.
and you want the baby back.
Yes, ma'am.
How long has the baby lived with you?
The baby? It's been
Yeah.
living the whole time.
Oh, and how old is this child? 5. Oh. And you expect to get child support,
Yes, ma'am.
and the child has been living with him for almost, it's a boy or girl?
Boy.
His whole life?
Yes, ma'am. Well, when I get my baby back, I want child support. He makes way more money than I do. I want my baby back, and I want child support.
I'm sorry, you have to excuse me because nothing you're saying is making sense right now. You came to court to ask me to give a child back to you that was taken from you, that's 5 years old, that's pretty much lived with this man the entire time that he has been taken care of.
They took my baby away because my ex-boyfriend is an abuser, and I'm not with him anymore, so I want my baby back.
Right, but the child hasn't been living with you. The child has been living with him.
Because of my ex, and I'm not with my ex anymore.
So no, it doesn't work like that. He would literally have to have given you the child back. And then you come in here, after you've been having the child for some time, then you come in here and say, Judge, I want this to be changed. I've been having the child this entire time. I want him to pay child support. That would be a little bit more reasonable. But what you're asking for today is very unreasonable.
Well, give me my baby back, and then I'll come back in a while and ask for child support.
Well, I can't give you your baby back because I never took your baby. Actually, nobody really took your baby. You lost your baby for your own negligence with your ex-boyfriend. That has nothing to do with me. Now, fill me in over here. The baby was placed with you after the boyfriend hit the baby,
Yep.
and he's been living with you ever since then.
Yep.
You've been taking care of him.
Mm-hmm.
You pay for everything for the child.
Everything.
What does she do?
She visits unsupervised.
Congratulations. Financially, what does she do?
Oh, financially? Nothing.
Oh, that's what I figured. I see what's going on here. And I'm not about to play this game with you. You're the one that's going to pay him child support
What?
today. You are.
He makes 3 times as much money as I do. I have to give him my money?
It's for the child, so yes, you do. But the good thing is, it's based on your income. You'll get credit for the other child that your 8-month-old, you'll get credit for that child. But yes, you are going to pay him child support. That's just the right thing to do. It's one child between the two of you, and health insurance, I'm assuming you pay it.
Yes.
How much is it?
$66 a month.
$66.
I
Oh,
get it, I get it through my employer.
gotcha. And how much do you make a year? 38,000. So I have your gross coming out to $3,200. That brings your net to $2,648.01. Giving you credit for the other child that you have. Your child support obligation comes out to $423.69 plus the $66 you're going to reimburse him for health insurance every month. So 66 added to $463.69 is $489.69.
$489.69.
Did you need me to repeat it?
I'm asking you, $489. I have to give him almost $500 a month.
That's how it works. Did you really think that I was going to have him pay you child support?
No, I just wanted my baby.
So your first answer was no, so then you understand exactly why you have to pay child support. Is there anything else?
No, ma'am.
Is there anything else?
Nope.
Mr. Morris, you brought this case before the court. What's going on?
Well, I come to you today, Your Honor, because I'm trying to get my child support reduction.
All right. Based on what's going on?
Well, I currently pay $880 a month for child support. I also pay $362 for health insurance. And I see my kids maybe 4 times a week. I see them pretty often. And she's trying to take my kids and move off to Florida. And I'm not going for that.
All right. Did she tell you why she was trying to move to Florida?
Because she just want to live her best life.
She said that?
That's what it is. She want to go to the beach, drink coconut balls or whatever they have out there in Florida, and just have her best life.
Wait a minute. So did she actually tell you that, or you interpreting her as living her best life?
Now, why would anybody else want to move to Florida? That's Paradise City.
Well, I want to move too, but I can't go.
You know what I'm saying?
Because I got to work. So could it be for a job?
Your Honor, I haven't asked, because when she told me that she wanted to move to Florida, I got so upset about the fact of losing my kids that I was like, are you moving to Florida for vacation time or just so you can live your best life? Or because we in Texas, I'm in Texas. I'm a good dad.
So what did she say to that when you said, are you trying to move to Florida to live your best life?
She said you shouldn't have messed up.
What did you do?
It's a long story, Your Honor. I could tell you how we split up, but I messed up.
Well, I have time. Do me a favor. I didn't even realize you had gum in your mouth till you start smiling. I don't allow gum chewing in here.
I'm sorry, Your Honor.
Oh, it's okay. You can just put it to your back of your throat.
Yes,
I'm not
ma'am.
going to tell you to swallow it. I don't think that's really healthy.
Yes, ma'am.
But
It's
I
to the
have
back.
time for the story when you're ready, after you.
It's to the back right now, Your Honor. No more chewing for me.
Okay,
So,
continue.
long story short, I met this lady our freshman year of college. And we were in class, and she was sitting in the front, I was sitting in the back. And I saw her, and I said, man, I'm going to have to put my bid in as soon as class is over.
Bid, that's what they call it.
We call it put your bid in. Because I'm
Alright.
sure there's other people that put their bid in too. So if I got the highest bid, of course I'm going to get it.
Oh, so you subcontracting these things now.
At that time, I was subcontracting, you know what I'm saying?
Interesting. Keep going.
So I saw her in the hall, and I came to her, and my bid won. And we was together for years, Your Honor. We were together for years. We have 2 kids. We have a 5-year-old and a 10-year-old throughout the time. And as life just went on, we just started kind of fading, Your Honor. I'm a coach. I'm a football coach at a college.
Okay.
And one of the cheerleading coaches kept hitting on me. And I kept rejecting her.
So you put a bid on her too?
She put the bid on me, Your Honor. She put the bid on me. So I gave in to that bid. She had a high bid. And at the time, my lady, she wasn't putting in no more bids on me. She wasn't cooking me dinner. She wasn't massaging me like she used to. She wouldn't even let me watch sports on Sundays, Your Honor, because she wanted to watch The Bachelor. So it just wasn't working. And I gave in to what was going on, and I messed up. She saw my phone. She saw that I was with her a few times, and she left me, Your Honor. She left me.
That was a very colorful story. It's very interesting. I hear the word bid. I think about someone trying to do construction on my home. So it's just interesting hearing you use that term referring to relationships. So you don't want her to move to Florida.
No, ma'am.
All right. And you want your child support reduced as a result. If she does move, or do you just want it reduced just because?
I just want it reduced just because.
Got it.
I feel like I know dudes that don't see their kids ever and on child support. I see my kids multiple times through the week, and I'm paying $880 a month.
Fair enough. I believe I have majority of what I needed. Okay, is there anything else you wanted me to know before I move over to her?
No, that's about it, Your Honor. That's
Okay.
about it.
All right. Ma'am, and give me your last name.
It's Adams with 2 D's.
Adams with 2 D's. All right. Mrs. Adams, or Miss Adams.
Thank you.
Miss Adams, So tell me about, so this story that he told, he actually, you won the bid, or he won the bid.
Well, I think that tells you everything you need to know about his view of relationships is very transactional.
Oh, that's the word I was looking for. That's it, transactional.
I do this and you do that, and I think the fact that he didn't even bother to mention our children's names should tell you everything about our relationship.
Well, he told me the ages.
Well, that's great. Robert and Madison, that's with a Y.
But she ain't asked for the kid.
Okay, yeah, I get it. Anyway, so going back to, evidently I'm just going to Florida for a permanent vacation. I'm actually going for a job.
All right.
So what's that job?
Robert, and I'm going to be a marine biologist.
That's a good job. Miss Adams, I need you to talk directly to me.
Yes, ma'am.
And Mr. Morris, I've given you an opportunity to speak. Let me hear what she has to say.
You're right,
and
Judge,
people
I'm sorry.
can change dreams. Depending on how long you guys have been apart, a lot could have changed in her life.
It's just she taking my kids, Judge. It's
Okay,
just-
well, let's hear what she has to say.
You're right. You're right.
She said marine biologist, right?
Yes.
That sounds like a really good job, and I want to hear about it. See how much money she makes.
She
all
just
right?
having random dreams, Judge, but it's all
Okay,
good.
that's great, but I need to see how much money she's making.
Right, I'm sorry,
All right.
Yeah, less talking, more listening.
And you do the same thing. All right, now, continue.
Jesus.
So I'm taking the kids to Florida because I have a greater job opportunity. And it's so interesting to me that he says that he sees the kids 4 times a week. I guess he's talking about maybe a FaceTime call or seeing them on his phone screen, because I certainly don't see him picking up the kids and taking them to the doctor and cleaning up vomit in the middle of the night. So it's great that he thinks that that he's paying for the right to see his kids, and that there are people who don't pay child support and who see their kids a whole lot, Judge. That tells you everything you need to know about the transactional nature of relationships. To Mr. Morris. So look, the fact of the matter is, I guess he doesn't realize that his children are gonna need to eat, whether they live in Texas or they live in Florida. And
That's true.
And they're gonna need new tennis shoes and new clothes. And I guess he just thinks that money goes on trees, or that kids just eat for free. It's not how it works. This isn't TGI Fridays. So the cost of living is going to be higher in Florida.
All right, what are we looking at?
So my rent is going up from $2,000 a month to $2,800 a month.
Okay.
Because I have to have a 3-bedroom, because Robert and Madison need their own bedrooms. And of course, I have to pay for flood insurance and other things like that.
All right. And you mentioned food.
So the kids eat organic and they're vegan. And so my grocery bill for them is already close to $800 a month. So his opinion that $880 is too much for the kids is wrong. It is a wrong opinion, because your children deserve the nutrition they need to grow up big and healthy and strong, so they can be college athletes like you want them to.
So Miss Adams, you said that your rent is going up $800. You have to pay flood insurance. The children's diet, they eat organic food and they're vegan. So are you using the child support for flood insurance and rent too, or are you using it to feed the kids? I just want to make sure I'm clear on what it is that you're saying in regards to his request to get a reduction.
Yes, Your Honor. So the thing is that if I was living in a 1-bedroom because I was by myself, my rent would be a lot lower.
All right.
But I have to get a 3-bedroom because I have a boy and a girl, and I don't want them sleeping in the same bedroom.
Yeah, I can see that.
So I have to get a 3-bedroom, and so it's not just that, it's my electric bill, it's cell phones, because our 5-year-old has a cell phone, so now I have to make sure that we've got her a phone line so you can talk to her dad so he can see her 4 times a week on FaceTime.
So about that, he said that he sees the children now 4 times a week, and you're saying that's not true, except for a FaceTime video or something like that.
He sees the kids on an inconsistent basis.
That's a lie, Your Honor.
So when you say inconsistent, right now, do you all operate under a standard order where it's first, third, and fifth?
He has every weekend, and I have during the week.
So every weekend he has.
Right.
During that every weekend, it's inconsistent, is what you're saying?
It's just all over the place. He just comes and goes and sees the kids whenever is convenient to him, or maybe his girlfriend turns him down for a date or whatever.
So that was petty.
What girlfriend you talking about?
We didn't have to go there. So is that what the issue is? You're still mad at him about that story that he told?
Well, so he put in a bid for an upgrade, or the upgrade put in a bid for him, or whatever, and now I have to explain to our son why our family fell apart.
Oh, so it's some hurt feelings there. I understand. So, have you already moved to Florida, or is this something that you're intending on doing pretty soon?
Well, I took the job offer, and I've already found an
So
apartment.
the answer is yes. You pretty much already...
Everything but U-Haul, Your Honor.
So in your court order, do you have a geographic restriction? Because Dad, you pretty much already...
Everything but U-Haul, Your Honor.
So in your court order, do you have a geographic restriction? Because Dad lives here?
Yes, but he moved just outside of Ellis County, so he's just outside of the geographic restriction, so it's technically lifted, Your Honor.
And technically is what you said, but is that what your court order says?
Well, the court order says Dallas and contiguous counties, and he moved a mile on the other side of the Ellis County line.
Okay, I do have a copy of your court order here, and it doesn't mention that it's automatically lifted.
Oh.
O is right.
Thank you, Your Honor.
O
Thank
is
you.
right. What?
I'm sorry.
O is right. Because you can't just leave. You can't just do that. You actually have to ask permission to modify this order like he did.
Well, can I modify the order to move to Florida?
Did you file anything for today?
I mean,
It's a yes or no.
No.
Okay. You're moving without asking the court, can you move? And Dad is still living here.
Well, I guess I just didn't understand the way the order was written, because I had heard that if he moved outside of where it said, then I could move out.
Who did you hear that from? Did you Google? Did one of those Google searches? One of the Google lawyers told you that?
Yeah, I guess.
Oh, okay. They told you wrong, and that's the problem with Googling everything. You should have actually consulted with an attorney who would have interpreted this order properly to you. You can't just move. So let me tell you what we're going to do, because I think this is the fair thing to do. Regardless to whether you say his visits are inconsistent, he say they're consistent, the reality of it is when you move to Florida, he can no longer have access to those kids. So even if he were coming this day and did every weekend, he won't be able to do that anymore now that you are going to move to Florida. So what I'm not going to touch is your custody arrangement. Not going to touch that at all. This is a child support court. That has nothing to do with us, okay? So I'm not going to touch it at all. You are free to move to Florida. However, he's coming off child support. So then he can use the money, the $880 or so that he would give you for child support. He can use that to travel to actually see the kids.
But what if he doesn't, Your Honor?
Well, if he doesn't, then after some time of him not doing it consistently, and when I say consistently and consecutively, it needs to at least be about 6 months or something like that, right? Then you can come back and let me know, Judge, he's not exercising regularly. I need some support for these 2 kids, right? But absent anything like that, I believe that's in the best interest of the children, and quite frankly, that's fair. You're moving without permission, right? Which is a violation of your court order. So it's only fair that he stops paying child support. So beyond a reduction, he's coming off child support today. Now you will have to keep maintaining the health insurance, okay?
Fine, Your Honor.
All right, so that is it $362?
Yes, ma'am.
You'll still continue to pay the health insurance, but there will be no child support paid from him to you. Hopefully you guys can come to an agreement.
That's the plan, Your Honor. Once we leave, I plan on giving her a call so we could try to talk about things and kind of on a good level with each other.
Yeah, I think that can work. And who knows, your job may transfer up here and you may end up being back in Dallas anyway. Now, if that happens, you all would need to come back, because then we need to look at something different about what child support is going to be. But until then, enjoy Florida. All right. Is there anything further?
No?
Thank you, Your Honor, for everything. You really made a big change in my life, and I'm glad we came to your court today.
All right. Well, you're very welcome. And if there's nothing further, you all are dismissed.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Miss Katrina, you brought this case before the court. What's going on?
Well, our son, Caleb James, he just turned 8 and he started school, and already he started having school issues in school. He's been getting into fights with other kids. He's been arguing with the teachers. He's not been doing his homework. And this is completely new behavior. He was an A and a B student, and now his grades are also dropping. And I think it has to do with what Bubba here is doing at home.
Well, what is Bubba doing at home?
So he's a truck driver, and during our marriage, there were a lot of issues with that. A lot of, strange women, just a lot of alcohol use, and I think that hasn't stopped. And now I think that that's affecting Caleb.
I don't think so.
Excuse me, sir. Once it is your turn, I will come to you. That's the first thing. Second thing, those loud outbursts, they will not be tolerated. Continue.
Thank you. So during the marriage, there were a lot of issues with infidelity, with drug use, with alcohol use, and he's still doing the same job. He's still driving the same routes. And so I think he's still bringing these same people into Caleb's life, into his home with our son.
Oh my gosh. Well, is there anything else you wanted me to know before I move over to him?
I don't know.
Okay. Can I call you Bubba?
Sure.
Bubba, is what she's saying true? You cheated on her, you're using drugs, you're drinking alcohol, you're doing all of this while you're transporting things in an 18-wheeler?
No. I actually work 1 week on, 1 week off. So we have shared custody. So
all right.
The week that I work, she has custody of Caleb. The week I have off, I have custody of Caleb.
All right.
Now, some of the things she's saying, yes, I do drink sometimes.
Are you drinking while you're driving that 18-wheeler?
I do not drink while I drive, no.
All right.
I drink occasionally when I'm home. It's not too bad, but
well, where would she be getting that from?
Well, I have a lot of female clients that I do transport for. So she thinks that I'm, getting these jobs because I'm sleeping around, which she's very promiscuous herself, so.
Oh.
Yes. Caleb has told me that she has brought in a lot of men around him, and he doesn't know who they are.
So Caleb is just seeing a lot from the both of you, sounds like.
Maybe not.
Okay. And Caleb, he's 8. Who pays health insurance for Caleb?
I do.
All right. How much do you pay?
$75 a month.
And Miss Katrina, you're looking for him to pay child support?
I am.
Based on what?
So when COVID hit, I lost my job, and I just haven't been able to find a comparable job to that. And I was doing engineering.
And you can't find anything comparable during COVID?
No.
In engineering?
No. So my degree was in chemical engineering, but all the jobs I've been finding have been mechanical engineering, electrical engineering. I haven't found something that's comparable to what I've been doing.
I don't know much about engineering, but how much more different is it?
I think it's pretty different.
You think, but how different is it?
I don't know, because I haven't done mechanical engineering or electrical engineering, so I don't have a basis to compare the two.
What do you think about that?
I just think she's lazy.
Oh, well, you said it.
Because with her, she has a degree in engineering. Chemical engineering.
Wait a minute, stop right there. You have a degree in engineering.
Yes, that's how I got my job in chemical engineering.
Right. So you can't do a general engineering job with that degree?
It's not comparable to what I was doing.
That wasn't my question. Have you looked for jobs that will pay you for general engineering?
Yes.
All right. How many interviews have you gone on?
3 or 4 in the last 6 months.
3 or 4 in the last 6 months, and they all said no to hiring you?
Yes.
That's interesting. I saw you signal over here. You said 0. How do you know, sir, that she hasn't gone on any of these job interviews?
I have a friend that she knows, and he's told me.
Oh.
Because he's been sleeping with her.
Well, that's none of my business, has nothing to do with me. Miss Katrina, I haven't heard a single reason why I should place this man on child support. He testified and said that he works 1 week on, 1 week off. He has Caleb during his week off. He pays health insurance. You have Caleb, I'm assuming, well, not an assumption, what he said, that when he's on, you have Caleb. I'm assuming all of that's the truth, right?
Yeah, we do have that 1 week on, 1 week off, but with these behaviors that Caleb's having, it's just, he needs treatment, he needs help, he needs counseling, he needs something to help.
And I don't disagree with you there. I do believe that if he is having behavioral issues and everything like that, maybe seek some type of therapy, play therapy maybe, individual counseling, maybe you all could do family counseling, but that is not a legitimate reason to place this man on child support. So I'm going to deny your request today to place him on child support. And in addition to denying that request, that $75 that he's paying, I'm going to have you split it. Since you share custody, you need to share costs too. So $37.50 is what you will be reimbursing him for health insurance every month. Is there anything further?
No.
Is there anything further, sir?
No, ma'am.
Well, if there's nothing further, you all are dismissed.
Thank you, ma'am.
You're welcome.